Hello everyone, welcome to Lukman IAS. Today we are going to have the Hindu analysis of 9th January 2022. Let's see which are the important articles from today's The Hindu newspaper. Yes, so these are the important articles. We have segregated them for men's purpose and for prelims purpose. What we'll do is, first of all, we'll do the overview, or we'll take the overview of all these articles and then we'll discuss them in detail one by one. So look at the first. You can see for men's purpose, Omicron epidemic, the third wave or new pandemic. Now this particular article on Science and Tech page, specific Science and Tech page on Sunday's newspaper. It is talking about the difference between the Omicron and earlier variants of this COVID-19 virus. Okay, so from science perspective as well as COVID-19 for prelims examination also, you should be aware about some technical information, specific information about the Omicron, how it is different. So yes, on page number 11, this is talking about the science. Then second, the Devas arbitration on page number 12, FAQ page. There is the discussion about Devas. Recently, the Canadian court had given the go for taking control over Air India and Airport Authority of India, let's say the infrastructure and all these overseas assets, control over that for the Devas company. Okay, so what is this Devas Antric deal and what happened in the past? We have to be aware about these developments. So this is important from economy perspective. Then Maldives inks key deals with China. Recently the Chinese foreign minister is on the visit of Maldives and the important agreement signed with the Maldives. This is important. Why? Because we know that how China is increasing its presence in India's neighborhood, especially in those island countries in Indian Ocean, and how it acts as a threat for India's strategic position in Indian Ocean region or Indo-Pacific region, we can say. So IR section we will have follow up here. For prelims examination, Election Commission of India declared polls in 5 states from February 10 to March 7. So we will have follow up here from polity perspective. Next, Gharials to return to Orang National Park in Assam. Okay, so about Gharials, about Orang National Park and the protected areas of Assam, overall we will have revision about this from environment perspective. Now in magazine supplement on Sunday's newspaper on page number 5 there is literary review, and where there is one article talking about the biography of VP Singh, the former Prime Minister of India. At that time the Mandal Commission, its let's say recommendations, it was in news. The Mandal Commission recommendations were accepted. The government of India at that time had given reservation, 27% reservation to the OBCs. So again it is in news. At the same time, in Supreme Court, the case is pending about EWS criteria, more than 50% of reservation, whether it is constitutional or not. The revisiting of Indrasani case or Mandal case, here we will revise that from the polity perspective. Okay. Then India to export mangoes to US after hiatus, or simply we can say that 2 years, in last 2 years there was no export of mangoes from India to US. Now it is going to be resumed. You should be aware about all these development from economy and agriculture perspective. Okay, let's discuss these articles in detail. First of all, Omicron epidemic, whether it is third wave or new pandemic. So this article explains some technical we can say aspects related to various variants of this COVID-19 virus, especially how this Omicron virus variant is separate or different from the earlier variants, and why it is more transmissible, why it is having only mild symptoms. All these aspects are explained in this article. Okay, so we know that India is facing an epidemic wave of Omicron disease, presenting mostly with sore throat, nasal discharge, without cough or high fever. pneumonia is uncommon, and blood oxygen levels remains normal. These are the common, we can say, symptoms, the one which is infected with this Omicron variant. All previous variants had few mutational changes of spike protein. Omicron has many more such mutations, around more than 30 mutations, especially in RBD. What is that? Receptor binding domain of this particular virus. Now this RBD is one that is responsible for getting attached to the host cell in ACE2. Now this was asked in this year prelims examination 2021. ACE2, this is the receptor area where the particular spike protein binds to the host cell receptor ACE2. Okay, so remember this, and there are many such mutations happen. Now this is first such difference. Earlier also had like alpha, beta, gamma and delta, the most recent one responsible for second wave of this pandemic in India. Now many more such mutations happen to this spike protein. Now because of these mutations, it has resulted into several alteration in virus host cell interaction. Okay, so how virus interact with host cell? There are many changes happen because of these mutations. For example, the viral load in saliva is very high, allowing high sensitivity in RT-PCR of saliva samples. Now, much virus is broadcast into the air even without cough. Because of high level of viral load in the saliva, RT-PCR easily detects this Omicron. Along with that, there is easy movement of this virus into the air from the nasal, or simply we can say without coughing also. Now this is how the interaction between virus and host cell is happening or changing because of these many mutations. Now second, the coronavirus have two cell entry processes. Now remember, this is part of basics how coronavirus is working inside human body. So two cell entry processes, one is major one, it is called as major one, by fusion of virus envelope with the cell membrane. Fusion of virus envelope with cell membrane. This is first one, major one entry into the cell. And second method is minor one, by fusion with endosomes within the cytoplasm. Now endosomes are small organelles within the cell. These organelles are responsible for movement of all these proteins within, we can say, cell. And this second method is by fusion with these endosomes. Now you should understand that virus multiplication is far more efficient with the major than minor processes. This major one, virus multiplication happens at the faster rate when there is cell we can say that cell entry of virus through this major method as compared to minor one, and all previous variants used major entry, cell entry process, and this Omicron uses second process. So that means virus multiplication is at the lower rate. Fine. Then the third point here is that in the first process, that is major one, with the cell surface fusion, the adjacent cells also fuse with the infected cell and form the syncytium. Now remember this for prelims examination, the term syncytium, technical term for giant cell with multiple nuclei. What happens is the infected cell, with that infected cell, all surrounding cells get merged and one large cell is formed with multiple nuclei, that is called as syncytium. And this particular syncytium is closely associated with disease severity and particularly with lung pathology. Okay, so that's why the earlier variants which were resulting into formation of syncytium created disease severity. In Omicron, syncytium formation does not occur. This is the third difference, and that's why it is resulting into mild. So we can say there is no severity of disease, mild disease, that's we are observing, and therefore lower severity and duration of symptoms, decreased need for hospitalization, low case fatality ratio in Omicron. And then the fourth one is Omicron has the propensity for immunity evasion. So earlier variants had to some extent some kind of whatever the vaccines we had up till now, they were having the immunity towards earlier variants. Now this Omicron variant actually evades the immunity or the antibodies created by the vaccines or earlier infections also, and that's why they are less effective against Omicron disease. That's why all people who received both doses of vaccines, they are also getting infected by the Omicron. However, some of the studies in the Western countries in UK, US suggest that those who are receiving booster doses, the third dose or booster dose, their antibody levels is very high, and to some extent it is providing some immunity against the Omicron also. That's why it is the strong argument for providing booster dose. Now talking about the terminology, whether it should be called as new pandemic or simply epidemic. Yes, the term deviant indicates high degree and abruptness of change. In virology, the terms used to represent substantial genetical differences are lineage, subtype or serotype, depending on the degree of deviation. Now whether this Omicron will be or should be called as deviant or simply one more variant, that depends on, we can say, calling it is particularly pandemic, new pandemic or simply epidemic. Like if Omicron is considered as deviant with antigenic shift rather than drift, as in the case of earlier variants, the current upsurge of disease overcoming high population immunity can be considered as new pandemic, not simply the wave of COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, so if we are calling it as a deviant, then we have to call it as a new pandemic, and at present many, let's say, experts, they are thinking of this as a new pandemic, this Omicron variant, as it is substantially different from the earlier variants. Okay, so remember this for prelims examination, how it works. Devas arbitration. Okay, so the context here is that Devas shareholders won an order allowing seizure of $30 million worth properties of Air India and Airport Authority of India assets overseas. This is the order given by Canadian court. Okay, so what happened in Canada? So Canadian court had given the order to seize these many worth of assets or properties of Air India and Airport Authority of India, and all, we can say that the fees that is we can say on behalf of AI and AAI, that is collected by the international body Air Traffic Authority, that is whatever the, let's say, revenue that is on behalf of these two collected, that is to be seized. This was the order by Canadian court. Now for understanding this, we should go back to this Antris Devas deal. In 2005, there was deal between this Devas company, Devas Communications, and Antrix. Antrix is the commercial arm of ISRO, commercial arm of ISRO. And in 2005, there was a deal. In this deal, Antrix Devas, it was decided that Antrix will have or launch 2 communication satellites, And after launching these two communication satellites, the satellite brand C-band will be given to, we can say, Devas. However, later on it was found that, or there was one CAG report, draft CAG report, which was leaked into the media, and that report had created a huge uproar. Why? Because that report suggested that, or thought that, this Antrix Devas deal had some kind of problems and there was corruption. Okay, so on the basis of this report, in 2011, the government of India took force majeure the decision to end this deal, Antrix Devas deal. However, you should remember here, the final CAG report on this issue did not find any irregularities in the deal. Okay, and there was some kind of miscalculations here by the CAG. Fine. Now, because of this miscalculations, Devas company or shareholders felt that there was loss to the company, and many such, let's say, in PCA, Permanent Court of Arbitration, and other courts in the international tribunals, the cases were formed against Government of India or this Antrix arm. Okay, so these international tribunals gave the favorable judgments to Devas company, and later on the Government of India filed the appeals again and again. At present, this is the situation. Now in Canada, the Canadian court recently gave this order to cease, and later on immediately Government of India appealed against this order. This is the situation. Okay. Now, what about Air India's sale to the Tatas? Now, recently we know that Government of India took decision to sell Air India completely to Tata company. Now, the authorities say that there is no problem. Why? Because there is one provision in the deal that no we can say litigation or agreement will have bearing on this particular Air India sale, and Tata company will not have any liability there in the former or past agreements of Air India. So that's why there is waiver here, and therefore Tatas will not have any problem. Fine. So this is the present situation about this. You should be aware about this development, because in the past when we discussed about, let's say, retrospective taxation and the Vodafone Kane Energy cases, the similar kind of cases with this Devas company is in news. Next, Maldives inks key deals with China. Now, recently Chinese foreign minister was visit with the Maldives. Maldives is one of the island country in Indian Ocean region, and Maldives government, India has very much interest in the Indian Ocean region. It is very located near to India, and India wants the favorable policies, favorable government in Maldives. Now, Chinese intervention or more presence of China, especially economic aspects, so that is to some extent threat to India's interest there. Now, which agreements were passed here, like agreeing on visa free travel arrangement for Maldivians intending to travel to China. Then the agreement of economic and technical cooperation on grant aid focusing on social, livelihood and infrastructure projects. Okay, so aid is being given here for these projects. Then letter of exchange on feasibility study of management and maintenance of China Maldives friendship bridge. Now, what is this bridge? 1.4 kilometer bridge connecting capital Male with island of Hulhumale. Okay, so this particular island was Hulhumale built by the earlier or previous Maldivian government with the help of China. Now China also agreed to back a seawater desalination project and cooperate in the health sector. Now how this is being viewed by India, this particular development is being closely watched by Delhi, which has maintained frequent contact with the Soli government in the Maldives, which openly pursues India first foreign policy. It should be mentioned in the answer if suppose there is question, specific question. India first foreign policy. In 2018, the government of India committed $1.4 billion, let's say, to develop the island nation that is home to about 5.5 lakh people. Also, there is recent, let's say, a growing campaign in Maldives, that India out campaign among the sections within the Maldives that opposes Indian military presence in the country. However, the government has categorically rejected that there is any, let's say, military presence in the Maldives. This is important from IR section. Now, polls in 5 states from February 10 to March 7. Okay, so these assembly elections in which 5 states that are going to happen: Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Punjab, Goa and Manipur in Northeast India. Now some factual information: number of seats in the assemblies, like Uttar Pradesh 403, then in Punjab 117, Uttarakhand 70, Manipur 60, Goa 40. And it is going to happen in different phases. Maximum in Uttar Pradesh 7 phase, then in Punjab, Uttarakhand and Goa only 1 phase, in Manipur in 2 phase. Okay, so you can see here that in Punjab, Uttarakhand and Goa on 14th February there will be one single phase election, and along with that in the others. Fine. Okay, so total we can say that 690 constituencies the elections will happen, and the final let's say counting of votes will happen on 10th March. Okay. Now due to this COVID-19 Omicron spread, the increase in number of infections, the commission banned all physical campaigning till 15th January. And on 15th January, the commission will take review of the situation and accordingly take decisions. We will have follow up on that. Okay. Gharials to return to Orang National Park in Assam. Why it is in news? Because recently Assam government took decision on 3rd January, issued the preliminary notification for adding 200 square kilometer to existing Orang National Park. It is state's oldest game reserve, about let's say 110 kilometer northeast of Guwahati. Now much area to be added comprises of Brahmaputra river and the sandbars or the islands in it. Okay, this region is being added into Orang National Park. Now wildlife experts suggest reintroducing critically endangered gharial in the area to be added in Orang. That's why it is being said like gharial can be reintroduced there. Also it is going to be beneficial for Gangetic dolphin and conservation of 16 species of turtles in that region. Now you should be aware that in recent past, Assam government in September 2021 dropped the Rajiv Gandhi prefix to Orang National Park, which had been given by the Congress government in 1992. Now about the protected areas, biosphere reserves in Assam, Manas and Dibru-Shikoha. Then tiger reserves in Assam, there are total 4 tiger reserves: Manas, Nameri, Orang and Kaziranga. Okay. All these 4 tiger reserves are also national parks, and in addition to that one more national park, Dibru-Shikoha. Now you can see that there is one common protected area in all 3, which is Biosphere Reserve also, Tiger Reserve also, National Park also. And what is that? Manas. Manas Biosphere Reserve, Tiger Reserve as well as National Park. Now there is map given here. You can see that such kind of maps can be found on the NVIS, WII NVIS website. Protected areas, state wise you should prepare the locations of all these. Okay, quickly we will have location of all these national parks. Locate these 5 national parks. You can see Dibru-Sakhova National Park on the easternmost part of the Assam. Okay, and then the second one you can see Kaziranga National Park. You can see that they basically, this is the flow of Brahmaputra river like this. Okay. Then this is second one. Then third one you can see here is located in Manas National Park along with the border with here Bhutan. Okay, Manas river flows through this. Manas is one of the tributary of Brahmaputra. Then the fourth one here you can see that it is Nameri. This is Manas. This is Nameri National Park, which is also Tiger Reserve. And then the fifth one is Orang. Where is fifth one? Yes, this is Orang. Fifth one. Okay, so 5 national parks of Assam, remember this, and among them 4 are tiger reserves. These 4 are tiger reserves also. Alright, moving on. Mandal Commission, basic information about that. This was a second such commission formed after independence for other backward classes. Chairman B.P. Mandal, he was the member of parliament, and the commission was formed according to the terms of Article 340 of Indian Constitution to investigate into the conditions of socially and economically backward classes in India. Okay. Now, commission recommended that reservation of 27% in government jobs to the other backward classes, so that total reservation of all amounts to 50%. Now, this was accepted in 1990 by VP Singh government and declared the reservation for 27% in government jobs for OBCs. Later on in 1991, the Narasimha Rao government introduced 2 changes in this reservation policy. What are these 2 changes? First one, preference to poorer sections among the OBC in 27% quota, that is creamy layer criteria was introduced. So those who are creamy layer, they will not get the quota in OBC. Non-creamy layer will receive this. There should be non-creamy layer certificate to get that reservation. Second criteria, reservation of another 10% of jobs for the poorer from the economically backward in the sections of higher caste who are not covered by any existing schemes of reservation. So that means economically weaker section 10% criteria was first introduced by the Narasimha Rao government in 1991. Now the next development is this particular judgment, Indira Sahni judgment, also known as Mandal case. Now Supreme Court in this case accepted one provision of Narasimha Rao government, that is the, let's say 27%, the constitutional validity was accepted. However, it rejected the additional reservation of 10% to the poorer section from the higher castes. So basically Indira Sahni judgment does not allow for the 10% EWS quota, and this particular 27% reservation of OBCs was accepted with certain conditions, that is advanced section among the OBCs, creamy layer, will be excluded, no reservation in promotions, total reserve quota should not exceed 50% except in some extraordinary situations, and permanent statutory body should be established to examine complaints over inclusion and under inclusion of in the list of OBCs. and this was accepted recently. The constitutional permanent body is established, National Commission for Backward Classes. Article 338B. This new article was included for that purpose. Okay. Now, India to export mangoes to US after the hiatus. Hiatus means break, obstacle or break, simply you can say. Okay, so yes, after 2 years. Okay, so because of, let's say, COVID-19 pandemic, the US phytosanitary inspector did not visit during 2020 and 21, and that's why there was no export. Now the new agreement between US, new framework agreement signed between US Department of Agriculture and Department of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare in India. Now this is going to be also, India will be also exporting pomegranate and pomegranate aril to the US, and India will import alfalfa hay and cherries from US from this year April. Okay, alfalfa is a type of grass, and hay is basically, after cutting the grass, we can say that a small brick like, we can say, is formed here, alfalfa hay, that is acting as a feed, a very good feed, grass feed for the cattle also, or those domesticated animals like rabbits. Generally that is fed here. Okay, fine. Now what should be answer to this question? Yes, which of the following protected area in Assam is a national park, tiger reserve as well as biosphere reserve? Such kind of question can be expected, because many times students learn about these protected areas in isolation manner. They do not connect with each other. Okay, so they know about how many are tiger reserve, how many are, let's say, which are the national parks, biosphere reserve, but we have to also think like this, common factor, connection between them. And yes, the Manas reserve is also, let's say, a tiger reserve, national park as well as biosphere reserve. Okay, so C is the correct answer in this case. Okay, so these are the important articles. Remember that in, let's say, prelims examination, such kind of one step ahead you should be in your preparation to deal with such kind of question. At the same time, if we are talking about Sunday's newspaper, most relevant part is from the FAQ page as well as the science and technology page, which is specific for Sunday's newspaper. Fine? Okay, thank you.